Good morning, Ustaz.
Morning, how are you?
Fine, أنت كيفك؟
Fine. What's new? Fish is dead.
لا same.
Good.
Yes.
Mary, why you are not solving your homework?
شو homework أستاذ؟
Homework?
Homework.
اليوم كان في homework؟
ما كان في homework. لا تطلع.
ما شفت.
ما تطلع على الأجندة.
عم بتطلع بس ما بعرف.
Naira, good morning, Naira.
Good morning.
Good morning. Why you didn't write your homework?
ما سمعت.
Why you didn't write your homework?
ما قدرت.
ما قدرت. From life science only Alisa done the homework. Good morning, Alisa.
Good morning, Estez.
How are you today? كيفك اليوم؟
Fine. You?
Fine, good. Where are the others?
عم يعملوا مسابقة.
Test in what?
English.
Good morning, Lale.
أستاذ
كيفك؟
منيحة، انتو كيفكن؟
الحمد لله، انت كيف؟ ما كان عندكم فرصة هلا قبل شوي؟ ليه بعدكم عم بيعملوا تيست؟
عنا مينيت زيادة.
1 minute. هو بيخلص البيريود على ال 15 11:15.
ايه بس التست كان لل 11:25. ايه لازم يكونوا خالصين.
صرنا 11:35. So we will start. استقلوا. مين بعد في هيكاز ومين؟
توماس.
Okay, yesterday we solved problem 1. Today we are going to solve problem 2. In problem 2, we have the function fx equals half x plus 1 plus ln x over x defined over 0
مش
plus
مبين عنا أستاذ.
مش مبين؟
هلا صار.
Okay.
أستاذ هذا بلشنا.
Yes. The function defined over 0 plus infinity by fx equal half x plus 1 plus ln x over x. Domain is given 0 plus infinity. Prove that the line x equal to 0 is an asymptote to c. How to prove that the line x equals 0 is an asymptote to c? What we have to do in order to prove an asymptote?
Limit as x tends to 0.
Limit as x tends to 0 plus. قد ايه هيكز limit as x tends to 0 plus of ln x?
بيطلع من
بلس انفينيتي.
Because أول شيء you didn't do your homework.
minus infinity.
Limit as x tends to 0 plus is minus infinity. So هذا ال fx we replace x by 0 plus. ما راح يكتب الهوم ورك، راح يبعت اسمه للمدير next time. مستقل 1 plus ln 0 plus over 0 plus. So half times 0 is 0. Ln 0 plus is minus infinity. Ln 0 is minus infinity over 0 plus. We get minus infinity. So x tends to 0 plus. Y approaches minus infinity. Then x equals 0 is a vertical asymptote. Any questions about this limit and this asymptote? Second part, calculate the limit lil fx as x tends to plus infinity. How to calculate the limit as x tends to plus infinity? How much would be the limit here as x tends to plus infinity? If we replace x by plus infinity, how much we get?
بيطلع infinity over infinity.
What we do if infinity over infinity? Hospital's rule. So limit as x tends to plus infinity of fx. We replace x by plus infinity. هيدا we replace x by infinity. Half into infinity. Let's see half into infinity. Ln is infinity over infinity. Indeterminate form. So we apply Hospital's rule only to this part, not to all the function. لهيدا البارت only. هيدا البارت we leave it the same, half x. I leave it the same, only I apply Hospital's rule to the part which we get infinity over infinity. So as you see here, I put yes, Arisa.
ln x over x as x tends to infinity مش 0.
Yes, beside the 1 plus ln x. You can separate it as 1 over x alone plus ln x alone. Ln x over x alone.
Yes.
You can do it like that.
سيف شو عم تعمل؟
So half, here we apply Hospital's rule. Half x. Hospital's rule to this part. Derivative of ln x is 1 over x. Derivative of x is 1.
Yes, it is.
Why you are late first?
سيف كان عندي تيست ما عم بيعمل submit.
Half into plus infinity. 1 over infinity here is 0. So we get plus infinity. We are solving this exercise in the beginning. Still we are in the beginning. أول part لقينا limit as x tends to 0. Ln 0 is minus infinity. بتصير half into 0 plus minus infinity over 0 plus equal minus infinity. So x approaches 0, y approaches minus infinity. So x equals 0 is a vertical asymptote. Second part, we are going to calculate the limit as x tends to plus infinity. هيدا بيعطي plus infinity. Alissa said إنه ln x over x as x tends to infinity, we have it a rule, it is 0. So we get plus infinity. Or we can use Hospital's rule to this part. We use Hospital's rule to this part. We make the derivative over derivative. Derivative of 1 plus ln x is 1 over x. Derivative of x is 1. Now we replace x by infinity. Let's see, half into plus infinity. 1 over infinity, which is 0. So we get plus infinity. Prove that the line D.
أستاذ
Yes.
أستاذ
Yes, I am listening.
هلا is a Honken ln x over x كان فينا نعمل highest over highest.
No, it is a rule 0. Yes, but you have to say,
ليش؟
you have to mention that x is greater than ln x at infinity. Yes, you can say, but you have to mention this one.
Okay.
We are going to prove that the line y equal half x is an asymptote. Line D, y equal half x is an asymptote to C. How to prove? What type of asymptotes is this?
Oblique.
Oblique.
How to prove oblique asymptote?
نعمل
fx minus yd.
We do
Limit
limit.
fx minus yd equals 0.
So limit as x tends to plus infinity, then fx minus, so fx minus yd first. I find fx minus yd. Fx is half x plus 1 plus ln x over x minus yd minus half x and minus half x 0. So limit as x tends to plus infinity of fx minus yd equal limit 1 plus ln x over x. We can put it directly equal to 0 or بيطلع infinity over infinity. Since ln infinity is infinity over x, which is infinity, we apply Hospital's rule. Hospital's derivative of the ln x is 1 over x. Derivative of the x is 1. So we get 0. Therefore, the line D, y equal half x, is an oblique asymptote to C. So to prove oblique asymptote, we should prove that limit as x tends to plus infinity, not plus or minus. ما في minus infinity in the domain. Limit as x tends to plus infinity, fx minus yd. This limit should be equal to 0. Determine the coordinates of E. The point of intersection of D and the curve C. How to find the intersection between the curve and the line?
y
نعمل
equal
y
y.
equal y.
Y equal Y. So to find the intersection between C and D, we put y of the curve equal y of the line. Y of the curve is half x plus 1 plus ln x over x equal half x. Half x with half x, 0. So 1 plus ln x over x equal to 0. It means the numerator equal to 0. To find x, I put ln x equal -1. On the left, this is equation contains ln. So I put ln x equal -1 ln e. I multiply by ln e, which is 1 ln e, which is ln e to the -1. So x equal e to the -1. To find the value of the ordinate, we can replace the value of x either in the equation of the line or in the function, but it is easier to replace x in the equation of the line, which is y equal half x. This here y equal half e to the -1. Then e is, we leave it like that, or you can change it to decimal by using your calculator. Any questions now? حدا بيحب يسأل شيء؟ Part 3, verify that f prime x equals x squared minus 2 ln x over 2x squared. How to verify that f prime x equals this? How to calculate the derivative of f here? شو بنعمل نلاقي الديريفاتيف؟ كيف الفورم of f here؟ يلا شباب وصبايا.
نعمل u prime v plus v prime u.
No, كيف u prime v plus v prime u؟
ليش؟
نعمل أول part بيطلع half
Yes.
وتاني part نعمل u prime v minus v prime u over v square.
Okay, good. So fx equal half x plus 1 plus ln x. هيدا البارت derivative للhalf x is half plus هيدا u over v u prime derivative ل 1 plus ln x u prime is 1 over x times v which is x minus v prime v is x, v prime is 1 into 1 plus ln x over x squared, بتصير half plus 1 over x times x is 1. We minus 1 minus ln x over x squared. 1 and minus 1 is 0. We take the LCM, which is 2x squared. 2x squared over 2 is x squared times 1 is x squared. X squared over 2x squared over x squared is 2 times minus 2. We get minus 2 ln x over 2x squared. Any questions about the calculation of the derivative? So derivative can of the form u plus v. So we will determine the first derivative of the first half plus second one is of the form u over v. We get u prime v minus v prime u over v squared. The adjacent table or this table is the variation of h equal x squared minus 2 ln x. How to verify that f is strictly increasing?
fx تحت هو x square أصلا positive
f prime x
وفوق x square minus 2 ln x equal h يعني فوق عند is the same sign as h وماكسيموم تبع h is 1
You
يعني
mean
positive
you mean
يعني increasing.
you mean minimum, not maximum.
Yes, minimum.
Okay. So in the first part 3, we get f prime x squared minus 2 ln x over 2x squared. 2x squared is positive. X squared minus 2 ln x is hx. هيدا هو hx. From the table of variations of h, the minimum of h is 1. Since the minimum is 1, then h is positive for all x. Minimum is positive, then h is positive. When h is positive, f prime and the same sign as h, circle f prime positive. In circle function is strictly increasing over 0 plus infinity. So f prime x equal hx over 2x squared. 2x squared positive. Hx is positive because its minimum is positive, 1. Then f prime x is positive. So minimum hx equal 1, which is positive. hx is positive. So f prime x equal hx over 2x squared, which is positive. So f is strictly increasing on 0 plus infinity. Any questions?
لا.
Consider on the curve a point W of abscissa 1. W, abscissa 1. Write the equation of the line D tangent to C at the point W. How to write the equation of the tangent to C at the point W? Give the equation of the tangent.
منجيب السلوب و f of 1 وبعدين نعمل عادي equation.
So first I have to determine the point W. W of abscissa 1. So to find the ordinate, I find f of 1 equal half plus 1 plus ln 1 over 1. Ln 1 is 0, we get 3 over 2. Then W is 1, 3 over 2. To find the slope, I calculate f prime of 1. We replace x by 1 in the derivative. So we get y minus yw equals slope, which is half into x minus xw. Then y equals half x plus 1. Any questions about the equation of the tangent? Five, draw the curve C. The lines D and D, and plot the points E and W. But that's okay. Line D, what is the small line D? من هو line D? Line D is the oblique asymptote. So هيدا الأورثونورمال system. Small d, هيدا y equal half x. I take 2 points for x equals 0, y equals 0. For x, y 2, y equal 1. هيدا 0, 0, هيدا 2, 1. هيدا small d, which is the oblique asymptote. Then the equation of the tangent y equal half x plus 1 is at x0 y1 is at x1 y equal 3 over 2. Then this is the line D. The point E is E minus 1 half E minus 1. You find it using your calculator, the coordinates of E, E minus 1 half E to the minus 1. Yes.
هون تبع اي واي كيف لقينا؟
تبع مين؟
تبع اي.
We replace it in the equation of the line since it is the point of intersection. between the line and the curve.
Yes.
Okay. The point E to the minus 1 half e to the minus 1. This is the point E, the point of intersection here. The point W هي 1 3/2. Now, نحن هون مش راسمين table of variation, but we know that the function is what we know.
Strictly increasing.
Strictly increasing. يعني كيف كان إذا بنعمل table of variation؟ كيف بده يكون table of variation؟
كله positive.
أوكي بده يكون بهذا الشكل. أوكي. هذا table of variation x f prime x fx domain is 0 plus infinity وكله positive. Increasing. هذا table of variation. Now to draw the curve of this function, the function is increasing from 0 minus infinity. It is near the vertical asymptote here. It is increasing. It should pass through E. It makes a tangent at W to the line D. It is increasing. Then it will go near the oblique asymptote. It will be in the neighborhood of the oblique asymptote. And you on your calculators, you can take as much as possible particular points. You put the function in the calculator, mode table, and it is better to take as much as possible particular points. Any questions about the drawing? Okay, the last part. Calculate the area of the region bounded by the curve C, the area bounded by the curve, the asymptote D, and the line of equation x equal 1 to x equal E. شو بيساوي الاريا؟
يعني between the bounds 1 and E.
نعمل fx minus yd.
اوكي بدنا هيدا الاريا x equal 1 و x equal E والكيرف and the oblique asymptote. هيدا البارت هون ال C is above D, so area is equal, I can put without absolute value, integral from 1 to E fx minus yd dx. بيطلع integral from 1 to E 1 plus ln x over x dx. By which method I need to calculate this integral? By which method?
Change of variable.
Change the.
change of value.
Okay. دائما وقت يكون في ln x and there is x in the denominator, not x squared, x, you have to change of the variable. We take u equals 1 plus ln x, all of it, du is equal 1 over x dx, dx is x du, you have to change the bounds. For x equal 1, u equal 1 plus ln 1. Ln 1 is 0. You get u equal 1. For x equal e, u equal 1 plus ln e. Ln e is 1. U equal 2. Then the area equal integral from 1 let 2. 1 plus ln x, I call it u. X بدل x. dx is x du. X to x simplified. U du, it is the form of a power. To calculate the integral of the power, we add the power by 1 and we divide by the power. It's u squared over 2. First time I replace u by 2. 2 squared is 4 over 2. Minus second time we replace u by 1. We get half. 4 minus half is 3 over 2 square units of area. Any questions? Any questions شباب وصبايا؟ Okay, for tomorrow عم تسمعوا كلكم الهوم ورك هو 2014 هيدا 2004 عفوا 2004 هيدا. اوكي هيدا هو الهوم ورك.
شو هيدا هومورك؟
هذا هوم ورك. مش حدا يقول لي ما سمعت وحدا يقول لي ما عرفت وحدا يقول لي ما شفت الاجنده وحدا يقول لي 2004 كله بده 15 minutes.
ايش؟
اوكي يلا. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow. Life science general بنشوفكم بعد ساعتين.
باي.
ان شاء الله.
باي ستيز.
باي.
يلا باي.
باي.